Hi, my name's Neil. Thanks for joining me. Welcome to my review of the 888 Sweatsaver skateboard helmet. Okay, so this is the 888 Sweatsaver skateboard helmet. It's actually certified in the USA and UK for all sports. So it's sold as a cycling helmet, a skateboard helmet, and any other roller sports really. But for my purposes and the purpose of this review, because I'm a skateboarder, I'm looking at it from a skateboarding point of view. I'm not really one for doing unboxing videos, but I'll show you the packaging and I'll run through a quick sequence of the unboxing as well. The packaging has obviously got all the text you need to know all over it. It's EPS foam with a hard shell. It's got some squishy, soft padding inside, which is probably the best thing about it. And their Sweatsaver design, which really is a sweat soaker, but we'll talk about that a bit more. So yeah, it's got all this kind of stuff written all over it about the helmet, and I'll let you freeze frame if you want to read that. But suffice to say, it's a helmet and it's certified for roller sports. So comes in this box that has this kind of like slide out shelf to it. And then there's bag inside the bag. So there we go. Now, with it in the bag, you get an extra set of the internal padding, and it's two different sizes to allow you to kind of tailor it to suit your fitment correctly. Now, for me, although I'm an adult, or apparently so, the sizing that fits me is a small medium. The kind of sizing scheme tends to be like crossing over. There's small, medium, and large, extra large, I think. But essentially what you want to do is measure around the brim of your head and, correlate that with the sizing charts that they have on their website. So yeah, mine is a small medium, and actually it fits really, really well. So let's just undo the clip. So yeah, this kind of bag of bits that comes with it is extra padding to replace what's inside. Now the ones that come actually fitted are the medium-sized ones, I believe. So the ones in the bag are small, so they're going to be thicker for a smaller head. You basically got the replacement for this kind of internal ring here, and the back piece here is not a replacement part for the center top of your head. So it's just the ring around the edge, but hopefully you can see here how kind of thick it is, and it's nice and thick and squashy, and it's kind of like a toweling kind of material, and it's actually really, really comfortable. The fitment for me, as I say, I mean, I'm a small medium, and it says the small medium is between 53 and 57 centimeters circumference around the brow of your head. But if I put that on, it's really snug, so much so that when I'm wearing it, I can literally shake my head around as much as I like, and it doesn't fall off. So it's a real snug fit for me, just with the standard medium-sized pads fitted, which is great. So, I've almost found like my perfect sized helmet. It has the usual clip to do it up that just does up like that. You're good to go. Now, this one, I'm unboxing it and showing you this brand new helmet. And you might be asking, how can I do a review of a helmet when I've just got a brand new one out the packet? But actually, I've been using one of these for quite some time already. This is another one that I've got. This is like my new one ready to go when my current one is dead. So I'm going to get my current one and show you that, just to prove I have been wearing one. So here it is. This is the same one. I've been wearing this for at least 6 months now. So it's had a lot of time for me to get used to and know its kind of plus and minus points. They are both grey in colour. I don't normally go for grey, but there's just a really good price on these grey ones at a UK shop that I'll leave a link in the description below. If you want one of these and you're in the UK and you want it super cheap, they are basically, I think, £30. So that's super cheap for a helmet. Usually they're about 40. I will leave you a link below so that you can pick one up as well. So yeah, I'm going to put this one on, and it's still you know, as good as the day it came out the box and fits me perfectly. I don't like to do the chin strap too tight, but you do need it a little bit tight, because if you bash your head, there's a potential for the helmet to kind of shove forward if you bash it from the back or the side. So you do want it to not come off if you hit your head. I don't want it too tight so I can't like open my jaw. But straight off the bat, as I said, they just fit super well, super comfortably. If you've seen my other videos about helmets, you'll know that I've done reviews on the ProTech helmets as well. If you haven't and you're interested, perhaps you're looking to buy a helmet and you're looking for which one to buy, you might want to have a look back at those videos as well. I'll leave a link in the description below as well. But just comparing it to the ProTech helmets, they don't have much padding inside. Your head is almost straight onto the EPS foam. And although that might seem weird, like it's quite hard when you first put it on, when you're wearing it, you kind of get used to it and it doesn't feel hard. After a while, you just get used to it. There is padding in there, but it's very, very thin. I'm talking like no more than about 3-4 millimeters. It's literally a couple of bits of fabric that are sandwiching a very thin layer of foam. It's nowhere near as comprehensively padded as these 888 Sweatsaver helmets. But yeah, the kind of padding inside just makes it feel super snug. Now, that's great for making it feel comfortable, but it kind of has a side effect. Let's talk about the Sweatsaver side of it as well. Now, the Sweatsaver thing is supposed to be that what this front padded edge here is doing is stopping the sweat from your head dripping down and into your eyes, you know, or just dripping down in general. It's kind of soaking up the sweat that might come out of your head. I sweat a lot when I skate, like so much, it's ridiculous. And so having something that is protecting the brow and stopping sweat dripping in my eyes is a fantastic idea, and I'm all for that. However, because this is very thick padding and it's very spongy, it turns into a sweat soaker and it soaks up all the sweat like a sponge, and then it starts dripping. So it doesn't stop the sweat. It just does not stop the sweat from dripping in your eyes. And what it really does is just prolongs that effect, and eventually it starts dripping in your eyes. I'm just going to show you a bit of video that demonstrates that in kind of real world practice. Right, I'm going to try and film and show you why these are Sweatsaver helmets, but they're more sweat storage. Okay, get my fingers out of the way. But so I sweat a lot when I skate, and here we go. So I'm doing this every 10 minutes when I'm skating, when it's hot or when I'm hot. So yeah, there's kind of pros and cons to having such thick padding. It's very comfortable, but it soaks up the sweat, and then you have to kind of squeeze it and drain it out, which, you know, is pretty gross, but it's what I have to do to stop it going in my eyes. The padding is great around the back, obviously, as well, because if you bang the back of your head, you've got some absorption there. The EPS foam, the actual hard foam, this stuff, that's the impact protection. That's the stuff that is gonna protect your head from the impact. And this stuff here is just for comfort, really. But you know, it'll help in the sense of comfort of slamming your head against the foam even. So I'm all for comfort, and round the back is great. Of course, it gets full of sweat as well, but it's not such an issue as the front edge that drips it in my eyes. It is what it is, but it's just something to be aware of. If you don't sweat very much when you skate, then maybe it's not such a big deal for you. Aside from that, it's got vents in the front and a couple of holes there, and it's got the 888 logo as vents in the top there, which is quite cool. And there's a couple in the back. Obviously, I've put stickers all over this one. They don't come with such designs, but they come in loads of different colors, so I'm sure you'll find a color that you like. And as I mentioned, I've only got the gray one because it was very cheap, and I wasn't sure actually I wanted to stick with these because I really like the color of my ProTech ones that are blue. Blue's my favorite color, and I really like that. But I thought while these were pretty cheap, I would pick up another one anyway for the time being. Now, the price is quite an interesting one if you bear in mind there are some signature model ones. So there's a Tony Hawk one and a Mike McGill one. The helmets are exactly the same, it's just got their name on it, and they run at about £50. So you can save yourself quite a lot of money by getting the non-named one. You just want to look out for it being a Sweatsaver. Right, so let's have a closer look at the padding system and just removing the pads and see how they come out. They are quite literally just velcroed in. And there's little round velcro spots all the way around the outside, and you can just peel the whole thing away like that. And hopefully you might be able to see those kind of velcro spots here. They go all the way around. You see that stepped edge around the front there as well, so the padding sort of pushes up to that stepped edge. And they literally do just peel out. That is good that they come out as well, because it means that you can just put them in the washing machine and clean them up after perhaps you've been sweating in them quite a bit. Now, a word of warning, if I were you, I would not take out the middle one and put that in the washing machine. You could take it out and perhaps hand wash it, but don't put it in the washing machine, because I found that the black fabric that is attached to the foam itself is just kind of heat pressed on, and it just peels up very easily. I don't know if you can see very well here that it's kind of flapping. Literally the whole thing kind of came off, and I had to kind of re-glue it down with some fabric glue. So it's not ideal. So just be really careful if you're taking that one out and washing it. These ones, they wash just fine in the washing machine, or you can hand wash the whole lot together. Put them back in again. You can literally line it up with the one that's already in there, or you can take like the shape edge there of the earpiece, just line it up against there, and then just run it around the front there, and it just joins at the seam there. So they're a piece of cake to take out and put back in, and nice and snug. And as I said, they do come with 2 sets of the pads, so you can make it a snug fit, perfect for you. Now, they obviously have the same kind of straps as normal helmets do. It's that kind of V strap, and it allows you to adjust the length of those two, which brings the strap further forward or further back. And then it's a normal kind of clip there. And that's pretty much all there is to say about it, to be honest. Now, as far as testing how well it works and how well it protects you goes, I haven't actually hurt myself while wearing this helmet. I've had a few slams, and some of them pretty epic, which I'll show you the couple of clips here. And although I didn't directly kind of come down and smash my head, I think my head kind of bounced on the surface, and has done a couple of times. I've had a few slams where my head has bounced on the surface. The helmet has not got any signs whatsoever of any damage. As I say, I haven't hit really hard yet. You are supposed to replace the helmet if you have any kind of heavy impact, but I don't think I've had anything heavy enough that warrants that being replaced just yet. But I think it's fair to say that if I wasn't wearing a helmet, I would be in a lot different situation, and I would have got very hurt even on the smallest little knocks. So I always wear a helmet, and I can just say that this is serving its purpose so far, because I am not hurt, haven't been hurt yet, and I'll continue wearing a helmet. So I do like these. You know, they're almost like the perfect helmet, I think. I just wish that they would do them in some colors that I like more than the colors that they do. They do a lot of bright colors, a lot of different colors. I might normally be drawn towards the black or blue. The only blue one I've seen is like dark blue, and I don't like the look of that. I really like the metallic blue of the ProTech helmets that I previously worn, and you can see that in my previous video. But you know, for now, grey is fine. I put stickers on it anyway. Eventually, they slowly grow. They look good. They feel good. They don't tend to have, you know, one thing I said in my other helmet videos is that some helmets can have a really kind of mushroom look about them and like look really kind of big. I think these look quite well proportioned. I think they don't look too bad on me. All helmets are going to have a little bit of that kind of mushroom look. But I think these don't look too bad, to be honest. And, you know, I don't really have a problem wearing them or don't have a problem with what I look like wearing them either. Yeah, I think they're really good. I can recommend this one. I think it probably is the best all-round helmet that I've tried so far. Yeah, I'll keep doing reviews as and when I get hold of other helmets. But right now, this is the one that I think I can recommend the most. It's the most comfortable. Aside from the sweat storage problem, soaking up the sweat like a sponge, and I do have to drain it out, but that still happened with every other helmet I've ever used. It's just that these do it a bit more because they've got a lot thicker padding, so it's a bigger sponge, really. Anyway, I hope you found this video useful, just a look at them and an opinion on some experience of using them. As I said, if you're in the UK and you want to get one really cheap, I'll leave a link below for somewhere to get them super cheap. But I'm afraid if you're in the rest of the world, then that's going to be no good. I hope you found the video useful. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what helmets you've used, which ones you prefer. As I said, I've done some videos on some previous helmets as well with my opinions on them. So again, I'll leave the links below. But that's enough for now. Thanks for watching. I will catch up with you soon with another review or skate progress video. So if this is the first video of mine that you've seen, check out my other videos. If you want to see a 45-year-old skateboarder getting back into it after taking 25 years off, then maybe you want to subscribe and watch my progress. But yeah, thanks for joining me. See you again soon. Take care.